Hi Collective, welcome back for another channeled message of what Spirit wants you to know right now. If you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. If you're returning to our family, how you doing? It's your girl, Lady Leo. We're going to dive into the energies. Be sure to hit the like button so you can dive into the energies with me. But as always, we're going to cleanse and set the space, call in Spirit. All right, hi all. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome. Okay. I got my fan on, y'all. There we go. What's going on, friends? Okay, so if you see me looking all over the place, I've got TikTok right here and Instagram right here. We're doing a dual stream, okay? This is going to be a what comes up, what comes out reading. And hopefully, we got some good stuff coming. What's going on, friends? Miss Stiffied, Kim Con, Carla Joe, hi Daphne, Creole Cakes, what's going on, friends? Hi Brianna, Tony, Lala, Adapt, Above Average, Dodie, Carmen, what's going on, y'all? Welcome. Y'all, this will not light for me. There, no. There it goes. That's okay. I got tiki torches going to keep the skeeters off of me. So if I need to, I'll get up and go over there to the dang torch. Hola. Has it been a crazy week? It's been a crazy week for me too. I feel that 100%. Hi, friends. Okay, cleanse your energy. Good juju for you. Cleanse my energy. Good juju for me. Some Palo Santo. Let's protect real quick. It has, y'all. There's been a lot of like freaky stuff going on lately. Y'all know the veil is thin, and the closer that we get to Scorpio season, the more that the activity picks up, you know. It's been heavy, and it's not just me like just been experiencing these things. We'll talk about that later. We'll save that story for after the reading. Okay, come on now. I don't know, y'all. We got a lot of resistance tonight. Protect your energy. Good juju for you. Protect my energy. Good juju for me. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Carolyn. What's going on, y'all? Jimmy, Chris, Diana, Helena, Jade. What's going on, friends? Okay, y'all ready to call in Spirit? You know we got to do it. God, Source, Universe, Angels, Ancestors, Spirit Guides, Council of Light, Ascended Masters, and all other benevolent beings of light of the third heaven and higher, I ask that you shield us in a holy, divine, white light of protection, shield our space, our energy, and the stream from any outside negative energies, entities, and it is not allowed here. Spirit, I ask that you aid, guide, and support me in channeling the best and highest messages for the collective during this time spoke to be. Thank you, Spirit. All right, y'all, let's do this. What's going on? I am taking readings. I've got one person in line for personal readings, y'all. I didn't post that I was going to go live because I wasn't sure if I was going to make it on the time that I wanted to make it. So I refrained from posting that I was going to go live. But I do have one in line for personals. If y'all are interested in getting in line, it's CashApp, Venmo, PayPal, at ladyleospiritual, same spelling as here. I made it easy for y'all. And it's $11 for a mini, $22 for career, $33 for love, $44 for extended. If you're looking for private services, you can find those at ladyleospiritual.com. Okay? All right, y'all, here we go. We're just going to see what's in the energy. I'm going to start off with these words. Seems like there's some resistance. I was hoping we get some good messages in. But we already talked about having crazy weeks. And I know some of y'all have been... I was talking to some of y'all about like the baby monitor post that I posted of what was going on the baby monitor. It was like really freaky. So I don't know. Maybe y'all been experiencing some weird... out of this world type of stuff, if you know what I mean. All right, Spirit, best and highest messages here for the collective. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What do we need to hear? What's going on, y'all? What's just in the energy, Spirit? What's just in the energy? Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and give y'all a heads up. If there's a roach, I'm in the Mississippi. These things fly. Okay, they're like rainbow roaches. They stand about that far up off the ground. And if one comes over here, that's it. The table's flipping and I'm gone. Where can we find our reading from 9/9? I sent it to you, Carolyn. Did you not get my message? I sent it to you. Maybe I didn't message yours. I messaged everybody else's. I completed those last night. I've been hearing a high piercing noise for weeks. Really? Do you know if it, is it in your right or left ear? All right, Spirit, that's a nice one. Oh, shit, y'all. It's got sacred. It coming right out. Shit, what's going on? Best and highest messages for Spirit. Mystery. Determination. Okay. What else, Spirit? Daphne, thank you, love. It is. It is in the energy. It was Instagram Messenger. I'm pretty sure I sent it through Instagram Messenger. If I didn't, as soon as I get done with this, I will send it to you. I'll send you the link. All right, here we go. Thank you, Mike. You're so sweet. You just hit a high point. Wait, what does that mean? What you mean a high point? Okay. I'll tell you what, Daphne. Let me write that down. Do I have my notebook out here? Y'all, I have resorted. I have to live stream outside. It's the best place that's quiet and secluded without anybody coming up to bother me. You know? So I don't know what we're going to do when the weather turns cold. But hey, look. I'm grateful to be here. Best and highest messages. I need to read Daphne's email before I start the next live. Okay, best and highest messages here, Spirit. Sacred. It came right out, okay? That's where we're starting at. If you're just tuning in. Hey, TikTok, thank you for the likes. Thank you for helping me raise the vibration. I'm sending all that love right back to you. Times 10, what's going on? All right, let's see. Courage, sacred courage. So you're being recognized for your sacredness, okay? And your courage, your brave heart. Thank you, Kelly and Albie, for the badge. Instagram. Send all that love right back to you, Thompson. Thank you for being here. What's going on? I've missed y'all. What else is here? I'm telling, protect. You're being protected during this time, okay? Having courage, being protected, and oh shit, hunt. Play at the bottom of the deck. Confidence. Someone may be, oh no, here we go, y'all. Do I have those decks out here? I do have those decks out here. We may have to, this may be spiritual warfare. Somebody may be evil eyeing you, projecting icky energy, saying icky things. Yet death and reveal. Secrets being revealed here. Something about death. We got the moth on that card. Cycles ending, new ones beginning. Give me some more, Spirit. Give me some more here. Love. Someone doesn't want you to love. Someone's a happiness hater. I hope not. Is that what we're dealing with? Hi, Susie. How you doing, Susie? Piercing this in both ears. Hi, Richie. How you doing, Richie? Piercing in both ears. Usually the right ear is a good omen and the left ear is a bad omen. However, it's different for everybody. That's just like more traditional, generic meaning of it, you know? So it's not set in stone, if you know what I mean. All right, Spirit, best and highest messages here. Give me some more. So we have sacred courage, protect, hunt, and love. Is someone trying to hunt the hunter? Death and grow. Someone doesn't want, I'm telling you, someone doesn't want you to grow, expand, be successful. Someone's trying to hunt the hunter. The reveal card came back out. No, I cannot pick it up. Secrets are being revealed here, okay? What did I tell y'all when I started this stream? The closer that we get to Scorpio season, the more that this weird, funky activity ends up, we experience more of it, okay? It's just because the veil's being lifted. We're more susceptible to it. And with all the transits going on right now, you are the most intuitive that you've ever been up until this point, you know? So let's get a couple more from this deck. I just heard something behind me. Y'all, I swear, if there's one of them damn roaches, I'm right in the middle of the woods. That's all that's out there. It's the pine trees. Nasty ass pine roaches. I can't. You're gonna see the table flip. I'll be gone. You go zoom zoom. That's a nice messages here, Spirit. Give me some more. Play. Deal. Oh, y'all. Someone's trying to entice someone to make a deal with the devil here. You're hunting the hunted. They want to come out and play. Happiness haters because of your sacredness. Something may be something weird. I said something instead of someone. Something may be upset that you're being protected. Rest. Someone's trying to disturb your peace. They don't want you to rest. That's another thing, y'all. That's how you can know that you're dealing with spiritual warfare, okay? Dealing with things in threes. Things happen in threes. Like, kind of like bad omens, bad things, like negative things happening, okay? That can be one. Wait, the smell of urine is a really good way to tell, like, that spiritual warfare. The smell of sulfur. Things rotting, like literally, like, have you ever smelled something decay before? The smell of decay. Something that we've been experiencing here over the last week is nobody will be in the house and someone else will hear one of us like calling for them. So if you've ever heard like your name called but nobody's there, or if you hear the voice of someone you love who is actually still living, walking among us on this earthly realm, okay, that's one. But they're not there. That's another way that you're being messed with, okay? Benevolent spirits are never going to try to trick you or confuse you. They wouldn't do that. Those are tricksters. Those are malevolent. It's sinister. Especially when it's posing as children. What else is here, Spirit? What else is here? Care. It's time to take care of yourself. Give me a few more and then we'll move decks. That's a nice message, Spirit. Disguise. Someone's disguising themselves. And balance. So there's someone's trying to disrupt your balance. Yeah, somebody's trying to disturb your peace. Disrupt your flow. They don't want you to be in a flow. You're so welcome, Isabel. Hi, Dahlia. How y'all doing? Hi, Third Eye. What's going on? Welcome. You're a Scorpio. It's constant and it's irritating. You might want to go to the doctor about that. If it's like an actual ringing in both ears, either that just sounds like maybe the frequency is really high. So I don't know if that's like it could be a symptom if you've done any like energy healing, energy work, anything like that. Sometimes that can be it. But if it's like bothering you to the point where it's like unbearable, I don't know that that's what that is. Only take what resonates. I don't know shit, I just live here, okay? Best and highest messages here, Spirit. I'm not a doctor. I don't know shit, okay? What else is here, Spirit? What else is here? Sith. Sudden removal, clearing, separation, breakup, warning, abrupt, cut off, and shock. Someone maybe, you could have cut somebody off, okay? Cut somebody out, and they're upset. They could have made a deal with the devil. Figuratively, okay. Some of it, sometimes is literal, yes, but figuratively. Take it as it resonates, y'all. That's a nice message here. What else? Rider, visitor, arrival, messages, news, quick movement, new info, taking actions. Okay, so there's a rider here. Yeah, just the British are coming. The British are coming. A letter, a message, something about a message. Someone's trying to get you a message. What else is here? Yeah, we're gonna pull out all the decks tonight, okay? It's been since your dad passed. Then that's exactly what it is, Pamela. That would be my call. If you're feeling like it's more something spiritual, I would say that that's exactly what it is. It could be a restless spirit. I don't dabble too much in like, I don't conjure nothing. I don't be conjuring shit, y'all. That's not me. You can go somewhere else for that shit. I don't mess with that. I don't like to talk directly to passed over loved ones either. I always ask messages to come through my own spirit team, you know. But that could be what that is. If you feel like maybe that's confirmation, maybe you've been feeling that already and you just kind of needed someone else from the outside to kind of like confirm that for you. But that's what, if it were me, that's exactly what it is that I would say it was. Mountain, obstacles, delays, resistance, struggles, difficult blockages, installed in opposites. Yeah, y'all. See? Someone doesn't like that you're standing your ground, okay, with something. They're using some sort of disguise, trying to throw off your balance because you're sacred and protected. Oh, shit. We've got Lilith and woman here. This could be a feminine energy or showing up as a feminine energy. Sensual, powerful, female, wild, untamed, passion, independence, mystery. And then female. There's two separate energies here. These are opposites. It's like a distorted feminine and a more of like a divine feminine type of energy here, okay? Weird. Give me one more. Give me one more from this deck. That's the highest message, Spirit. Mice, worry, loss, stress, theft, like, yeah, see, someone's being a rat. Someone's acting like a rat. Anchor, because you're anchored because of your stability. I'm just here rolling down in the deep, where your brain goes. What is that? Astronauts in the ocean or something like that? Is that the song? Something about, now I'm hearing swim away. You could have gotten away from something, or it's something about you either cut somebody out or got away out of a situation, okay? Weird. Where are we going? Hold on, y'all. I gotta get this deck out. How y'all doing, TikTok? I see you. I see you. Raise the vibration. Hey, Instagram. Thank y'all for all the love. It's all the love and light back to you times 10. Let me see if I can get this deck out, y'all. It's the big, 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 big deck. There it is. This one. Godfather. Do we need to use the Godfather deck? Is that what we need to use? No, I think we'll save this one for when we're doing more like organized crime bobs. I don't think we're doing the Godfather deck. Let's see what else. We'll use what we got up here. Okay. We'll start off with this one. Hey y'all, if y'all want to get in line for personal readings, they're open. We currently have 2 people in line. CashApp, Venmo, PayPal at LadyLeoSpiritual. $11 for a mini, $22 for care, $33 for love, $44 for extended, okay? All right, Spirit, that's a nice message here. Tell me about what's going on with this funkiness going on in the energy. Someone trying to create some sort of delays or obstacles because you found some sort of balance. You cut them out or moving away from them. Possible distorted feminine energy, so it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a female. I mean, it very well could be. All right, what's here, Spirit? Just tell me what's here in the energy. Tell me about what's in the energy. Not gonna happen. Yeah, your spirit team's like, they already on standby. Okay. They already, they already armored up and ready to go, right? Feminine energy, y'all. It's showing up as like it's a feminine. Put it where a fist don't make a fit. Focus on alignment, because you're focused on some sort of alignment of soul purpose, okay? Life force energy, happiness, joy, creativity, abundance, truth, and self-love. This is because of your self-love, because of your life force energy. You could be standing in your truth or something about your authenticity. Y'all know what goes on when we start telling the truth, right? We start speaking up for ourselves. It's all over the freaking worldwide stuff, right? We can't even speak freely anymore. I mean, but we knew that anyway, right? We talked about that a couple weeks ago. We're sitting here, grown-ass adults, having talking code about unaliving and stuff like that. Like, you know, it's ridiculous. But yeah, something about you being authentic, genuine, okay? Braveheart energy. Maybe you expose something about high-ranking. Yeah, you're a high-ranking spiritual being. God hired you. Who's going to fire you? Spirit of air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, it's because of your innovation, your adaptability, something about your creativity. You're quick on your feet. Something about you being quick on your feet. You can adapt, you can shift quickly. King or Queen of Water. So King or Queen of Cups energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Someone's trying to manipulate a situation. This could be somebody or something that was codependent on you, possibly. What else is here, Spirit? Best and nice messages. Hi, y'all. How you doing? Welcome. Hey, I see all those likes. Send all that love and light back to you times 10. Thank you for helping me raise the vibration. This is a fated life event, change, transformation, ushering in support. Wow. So Spirit is actually ushering in support for you because you're going through some sort of transformation. Okay. Yeah, y'all. Anytime that we go through big life changes, you know, it's kind of even like with the energy that we're in now, right? We're in right smack dab in the middle of eclipse season, you know? So the energy is already really chaotic. There's major life changes happening. You know, it's like one day, it's like you wake up one day and life is just completely different. Different circumstances for different people. You know, everybody's experiencing this in their own individual way. It's going to be different for everybody. But anytime that we're going through those phases, you know, it's like there's certain cycles that are closing out, you know, so you're in the in-between, if you will, you know, so it's almost like, okay, so I'm getting a reference from like Stranger Things, the Upside Down. You know, things are wonky. It's like a dimensional, weird space that's there. And in that space is where you're more susceptible to other energies, like trying to interfere with your frequencies, you know. So it's more metaphysical than anything. But either way, MNO or P could be first, middle, last initial. It could be the first letter of a place. What else is here, Spirit? Marcel. I'm seeing it show up on like a street name, like on a Marcel. Marcel. I don't know what that's about. I don't even know what that is. Okay, Spirit, what else is here? Ego, egotistical, materialistic, self-serving, narcissistic. Okay, so you could be dealing with somebody who's very egotistical. All right, the cycle is closing out. New cycle is about to begin. Thank you for the confirmation, Spirit. Okay. Libra energy. Okay, you could be Libra. Maybe they're Libra. It's Libra energy about balance, harmony, connections, duality, law and order. Things that are just, throw dirt on my name, I bloom where I'm planted. This is going to grow like it or not, Mother Nature. No such thing as bad publicity. Stand on your own. So there could be a smear campaign here too, okay? Be careful about the smear campaigns. Let them talk, okay? Let them say whatever it is that they need to say, because the truth always comes out. What's done in the dark will always come to the light. Sun, moon, stars, manifest empowered. Yes, see? Starseed energy here, okay? Maybe you resonate with that term. All right, too many haters. You got too many haters. You just shining so bright out there. What else, Spirit? Let's go over here to this half of the deck. Hi, how you doing? Welcome. I have a female who is very manipulative, trying to work her way back into my life. I do not trust her. She's asked me for some of my dad's ashes. You know a lady called Marcel? What else is here? John Paul. Polly. I don't know what that is. I want to call you. Somebody wants to call you. Mystical cosmic being, healer, starseed. Yeah, I told you. Earth angels. Okay, you mystical cosmic galactic badasses out there. You spiritual baddies, spiritual daddies. How you doing? How you doing? Tap in, okay? Boundaries. Somebody's pissed off because you have boundaries. Could it be Mazari? It was like Marcel. That's how it was showing it, like Marcel, like that. But it was like showing on like a street sign. One of them green ones. It has nothing to do with you. Don't take it personal. This person needs a lot of healing. Damn. Yeah, y'all pissed somebody off, right? We said something about codependency earlier, okay? This person may be codependent on you, on your energy. You set up some sort of boundaries, okay? You put some sort of space or distance between you and somebody, and they're in some sort of whatever the fuck their gender is, y'all, okay? Put it where it fits, don't make it fit. Use your discernment. Use your discernment. But it's somebody who's showing up in some sort of distorted feminine energy. So, For example, you know, like in a show, Game of Thrones, where they're saying like poison is a woman's way, a woman's tactic of unaliving people, you know? Doesn't necessarily mean that it's an actual physical woman. It's showing up as distorted feminine energy. The tactics that are being used, what this person's doing. So especially if it's slander, that's distorted feminine energy. If it's that toxic codependency, that's distorted feminine energy. Whether it's a man, a female, whatever. Stubborn. Yeah, somebody's being really stubborn. Okay, stubborn as a bull. Spirit of fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, this is because of your passion, your fight, your fire. Give me some more, Spirit. That's a nice message here. I'm a little jumpy, okay? I'm serious. We've been experiencing some funky things out here. Over the last week, star energy. You could be on a platform in the public eye, very popular. Okay, you're very, something about you being very magnetic during this time, okay? Greedy, liar, cheater. You could be dealing with a greedy, liar, cheater. What else, Spirit? Give me just a few more from this deck, and we're going to pull from the tarot. We're going to see what's really going on. We're going to do a deep dive. Ain't nothing but bullshit and fuckery. This is a distraction wrapped in a bow. It's a fuck no. Damn, y'all. What the hell? You piss somebody off. They big mad. It's time to get laser focused on what it is you want for yourself. Getting aligned, eliminating toxicity, intentional and goals, dreams, and aspirations. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is some sort of happiness hater. Somebody didn't make the fucking cut. They could have been out here making deals with the devil, okay? Whatever the hell that means. Where are we going? I'm going to let y'all choose. Y'all want to use this, we'll do Golden Nouveau or Game of Thrones. Which deck are we using first? I'll let the chats decide. Hiya, how you doing? Welcome. Thank you for being here. I'll give you all a few minutes. This is the Golden Nouveau. This is the, you can tell because of all the swords on the damn deck, you know. That's Game of Thrones. I'll let y'all decide. Now what the what's that, y'all? The coyotes were out last night. Golden Nouveau? Golden? Okay. We'll start off with that. I see you, Bab. We'll use this one second, okay? But we're gonna start off with this one. Alright. Get sticky. Best and highest message, Spirit. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What do we need to hear? Tell me about what's going on in the energy. How's the collective showing up? See it, it's too dark out there. It's nice messages. Or the neighbors that they usually have their binoculars out, okay? They're gonna see me walk across it. I'm gonna go inside and get my damn staff. I'm gonna hose it down in Florida water and I'm gonna go out in the damn woods. What you doing out there? Look for the snipes. Best and highest message, Spirit. How's the collective showing up? Okay, I'm here, y'all. I'm here. ADHD. I'm focused. The Two of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like you're eliminating distractions, okay? So you're showing up as you are aware. You're aware of whatever this is. It's like it's throwing a wrench in the thing. It's throwing a wrench in the plans. Someone's trying to throw a wrench in your plans. Are you serious? Because you're abundant, or because you're about to get some sort of big blessing, an opportunity, a payout. I hear something about a payout. Sometimes that's just a spiritual payout, y'all. It's not always necessarily like, it's not always monetary gain, you know. What else is here? What else is here? This is about your, I'm telling you, it's a happiness hater. You're on the way. You're finding some sort of balance. You're working on yourself here and coming into some sort of like emotional fulfillment, okay? It's ultimate emotional fulfillment. It showed up again. Expect good news about this abundance. So you got a greedy liar cheater here, slandering your name. All right, so y'all, if this is happening in the workplace, okay, This is someone who knows that you're about to get some sort of like promotion or some sort of success with something. You're doing a good job. You're getting some sort of recognition. Something's going well here. Okay. Now, maybe you cut this person out because they were mucking up things. Okay. Maybe they're taking credit for things, or maybe they were just, I heard something about A-team. Maybe you're part of a really successful group, okay, and they were like they were the weak link, you know, they had to go. I don't know. Somebody's pissed off, all right? Now, if this is a family group, this is someone that knows that you're coming into some sort of success, okay? They could be slandering you against the family. If this is a romantic partner, you already know. You already know. Here come the flying monkeys. They're trying to change the narrative. They're trying to change history. But whoever it is, they big mad, okay? They pissed off. Because you have some sort of boundaries. You're shining too bright, right? Star energy, right? King of Swords. I'm telling you, you know this already. You know exactly what it is I'm talking about, who I'm talking about. King of Swords, they're extremely intelligent. They're patient, okay? This is like, y'all ever watch The Witcher? And Geralt of Rivia is in the back of the bar, he's at the table, you know, in the corner with his hood on. You can't even see him. He's blending in with the dark, right? But he's being observant. He's seen everybody that's come in. He's watched everybody that's come out. He knows who is associating with who's going into the secret rooms and shit, right? That's what a King of Swords is, okay? They have the truth. They have the knowledge. They were observant enough to collect the data, right? So there's something here. It's like, you know what this is, okay? There's something about you having some sort of level of authority, right? Because you're spiritually high ranking. Whether that's in the physical, the spiritual, or both. Put a word of fits. Don't make it fit, y'all. Y'all know the drill. Justice! I told you so. I told you so. Oh, I told you so. Because you're focused on your alignment. You're focused on what you're trying to create. What else is here? Give me the tea, Spirit. Come through. And you're moving away into calmer waters here. Right? You have the knowledge, the insight to make the decision, to call the shots, and you're moving into calmer waters. Away from whatever this is. Oh, yeah. 6 of Cups in reverse. The Fool at the bottom of the deck. Taking a blind leap of faith. You're coming into some sort of purity, renewal, right? This new cycle, this new season, this new phase, these new chapters. The Star! And you're meant to shine in whatever this is. It's a big deal, okay? We've got a lot of major arcana showing up here. This isn't day-to-day, month-to-month kind of stuff. This is like these are big life events. These are big shifts here happening. What else, Spirit? And you're walking away from people, places, things, ideas. It's the meepers. It's the cat, y'all. It's just the cat over there. She's being crazy. Anyway, that scared the shit out of me. You're walking away from people, places, things, ideas, belief systems, whatever have you, situations that were draining you, especially emotionally. You know, it's where you overextended, you over-poured into something and it didn't give back, so it's leaving you drained, you know. And those of you over here on TikTok, y'all are newer, right? Instagram's heard me talk about this for years. You know, if this is the stagnant-ass pond. What happens in stagnant water? It gets nasty. You can't stay there. It's a cesspool, right? You're going to unalive yourself. I can't say the S word because the last time I tried to use that reference, somebody got triggered and had to spam report me. Anyway, back to this reading. Okay, Spirit. What's the situation? What's the situation the collective's dealing with? What's the situation the collective's dealing with? The Emperor in reverse. Of course. The Queen of Cups. I could definitely read that as some sort of like distorted feminine energy. And the Lovers in reverse. It's showing up as a soulmate. Or like it's karmic, whatever it is. Or you're not in union with this person, okay? The Lovers in reverse. This is someone that you had emotions for. A lot of emotions for. 6 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This person could have breadcrumbed you. Yeah, see, they didn't give what it was that you were giving, whatever this is, okay? Five of Cups. This person's really sad and missing you. This person could be stuck in their head, feeling trapped, stagnant. Give me one more, Spirit. Give me one more. What's the situation here? Hi, how you doing? Welcome. It came out of the deck. You walked away from whatever situation this is, okay? Or you're walking away. Remember, time is fluid. I can say that it happened yesterday, but it hasn't happened yet. Depending on what timeline you're on, you know. Okay. What's the challenge, Spirit? What's the challenge? What's the challenge for the collective? The Devil, the Tower, the 2 of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. I cannot make it up. The challenge is this toxic ass homie sitting over here on his damn fire hell throne, okay? Causing tower moments here. This person's trying to throw you a tower. This is someone that you've been like, you have some sort of soul tie to this person. Doesn't necessarily mean it's romantic, but it's kind of coming out like this is more romantic, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna read it to you how it's coming to me. But it's not always like that. It's not always a romantic partner. And this has something to do with you receiving some sort of new beginnings and emotional fulfillment. So this could be, some of y'all are like starting a new relationship, or started a new relationship, or coming into something that's fulfilling. You could be, you know, just falling in love with yourself during this time, you know, falling in love with the journey rather than the destination, if you will. But someone is a big mad about it, whoever, you know, whoever it is that you're dealing with. Who all do we have on the table? We have Scorpio, we have Capricorn, Gemini, heavy on the water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have Aries here. Okay, Spirit. And Libra, we saw Libra come out earlier. Aquarius energy came out earlier. Okay, Spirit. What's in the current energy? What's in the current energy for the collective? And then we're gonna get nosy. We're gonna break it down and see what this energy, whoever, whatever this is. 1, 2, 3 on the clock. 10:23. It's all coming together in steps. All coming together in steps. Okay. Current energy. Damn. You're using your intuition. All right, Pisces is here. You're using your intuition. You're tapped in. Tap the fuck in to God, source, universe, whatever that looks like for you. Okay, you're connected to the all that ever was and the all that ever will be. Right, you're spiritually high ranking, and that's what I was saying right before I started pulling all these cards. Was that we're, you know, the further that we move into towards Scorpio season, the more that the veil is lifting, right? The more that it is that you're being able to see beyond this physical realm into, you know, other dimensions or what have you, you know. But you're using your intuition to make a choice to move on from something because it was too much. It was the most. Somebody did the most here to you, okay? 10 swords in the back. There is no other option to leave the fucking situation. It's dead. It's done. Judgment. So we have minor arcana, okay, and then it's being backed up by the major arcana of the same energy here, okay, very heavy Aquarian energy here, right? Revolution, evolution, rebellion. You are rebelling against whatever this is, and you're moving on. You're deadening it. You've surrendered. You've surrendered to God, source, universe, whatever that looks like for you, okay? It's like one of those situations where, like, maybe you were afraid to get away from it, afraid to get out of it, but there's an understanding that it'd be worse if you stayed. What else is there? Oh, look at there! The 9 of Wands. Perseverance. Right? You got knocked down 9 times and you're getting up a 10th time to go again. One more breath, one more step, one more fight, right? You were freaking resilient. Braveheart energy here. Damn, y'all. You are a force to be reckoned with. I don't know if this person understands that yet. I don't know why they drinking the haterade on your ass. But you're a force to be reckoned with. Okay, they fucking with the wrong one. Hey! Living like back to you times 10, 13.3k likes on TikTok. How you doing? It's another living like back to you times 10. Hola, Roxanne. I see you. Dad's journey says Libra. Hi, Nicole. I just got surged with court papers, but I knew they were going to. This my lawyers called me in the afternoon to tell he went back to court yesterday to file again. My name is Miss Option if you nasty. Y'all are funny. Hey, y'all, how you doing? Welcome to you for being here. That's messed up. Y'all, I'm waiting on my divorce to finalize. And why do these people pay all this money just to file stupid shit, to take you back to court? Like, they're paying money to make shit, like, make it make sense. Like, if these people would invest the money into themselves, doing something different, you know? It's just dumb. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of fucking resources. It's just a bunch of bullshit. Anyway, back to this reading. Okay. Energy coming towards the collective. Yep, give it to the last round and he comes out swinging. Yeah, y'all, why is it these energies? It's always these fucking energies, these little pick-me's, these little wand energies, these codependent assholes trying to drag their ass down, right? These are bullies. And we already know about what they do, okay? They don't have any power of their own. That's why they have to project that they have power. While being a whole asshole in the house. They're overcompensating for the shit that they don't have. Hey! Times 10, thank you for that. My ex died 20 months ago and the divorce is still not finalized. How does that work, Bev? That's crazy. People are strange and stupid. Yeah, some people be real strange. It's his new girlfriend family to do it. She was the best $200 I made. I started laughing because he doesn't know I have a lawyer. What? That's crazy. Okay. It's not working? That's weird. Okay, we'll talk about it in a little bit. I'll tell you why in a little bit. I see Leo. Hi, Leo gang. How you doing, Leos? Okay. I'm just trying to go back on the comments. I'm trying to... You have to take it to trial? The assets are still mainly in his name. Oh. Mine wasn't like that. We didn't have a bunch of shared assets. It was split right down the middle. It was supposed to be clean. 60 days. So what the fuck happened? Hiccups keep happening. I got shit to do. I got people to see. I got places to go. I got, I'm on a mission here. All right, Spirit. Energy coming towards the collective. We got Pisces showing up with the Hangman, okay? So something about gaining some sort of enlightenment, perspective, new knowledge. You're looking at something from a different vantage point. And you're getting information off of this, okay? It's like the golden nugget that it is that you need, right? The puzzle piece that you're missing. Weird contraptions. I don't know if y'all ever played Little Big Planet. That's the only thing that is I can think of to like reference what it is that I'm seeing in my head. I'm seeing like a computer game, but it's like supposed to build like brain function, like contraptions. You have to like figure out the puzzle in the little contraptions things, right? Where the ball starts here and you have to make the ball get over here and you got to move all the little pieces and stuff to like get it to get from here to there. I don't know what that's about. Connect the dot. I'm hearing the computer lady. That's weird. I ain't never heard her say nothing other than access denied. There's something about connect the dot. Tell me about this, the hangman. Tell me about the hangman spirit. Why is this here? Oh, whoa. Okay. So this is telling a story. So some sort of perspective, insight, knowledge, whatever this is to you, that you're receiving this information. Okay, you're seeing something differently. It's aha moment. It's giving you an epiphany. All right, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, but the Queen of Swords is in reverse. All right, you got a bitter Betty. Someone's bitter. They could be upset that you're not invested into them anymore. All right, time, love, energy, effort, money. All right, put it where it fits. Don't make it fit, of course. But this could be you no longer investing into this person because they got shit ass energy. I mean, I'm just gonna tell it like it is. This, like, y'all, this is the complete opposite. Let me show you. Where did he go? Come on, where's Zaddy home? Let him know. There he goes. Okay. Yeah, I'll do the King's in the upright. Okay, these are Zaddies. All right. Anyway. This is someone who's honorary, male or female, okay? We're personifying the energy. They're honorary, they're truth seekers, they're truth tellers, okay? You can even see this as like whistleblower energy type of stuff, you know? They're observant. They're the do-gooders, okay? This is someone who's fucking conniving as shit. They're manipulative, okay? And not that both of them are strategists. It's just the opposite side of the spectrum, okay? So this is who you're dealing with. Why? Tell me about this Queen of Swords in reverse, Spirit. Tell me about the Queen of Swords in reverse. What is this? The King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Here comes the shiesty ass offer. Okay, this person may be older than you. All right, you could have been committed to this person in some sort of way. This person showing up as really stubborn. But it's like this person's trying to bring you this pentacle. And some sort of opportunity, a gift. Y'all, if y'all know who it is I'm talking about, if they want you to sign something, please read the fine print. Read that bitch thorough. Like you read it like you proofreading it for like bad grammar. Let's swap decks. Best and highest messages here, Spirit. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What do we need to here? Tell me about this energy that the collective's dealing with. This shiesty ass energy. This distorted feminine energy. Whatever the hell this shit is. That's a nice message here, Spirit. Yo, I was hoping for good messages. Can we get some good news? Can we get some good news? Best and highest messages here, Spirit. It's not that it's bad news, y'all. It's that like your light is irritating somebody's demons, you know. So really, that's if you want to spin it around, right? If you want to shift the shit, right? You got to be doing something right. Anytime that you're faced with this much adversity, somebody's this mad at your success, you got to be doing something right. So it's not all negative. It's just letting you know that there's somebody here who's just pissed. What was that? No way. It was the Ace of Cups and the... Can I get it? I went like that, but I started putting it back in the deck again. But it was the Ace of Spears and the Ace of Cups. You were on fire. Told you, you're forced to be reckoned with. Okay, tell me about the energy we're dealing with here, Spirit. Tell me about this Queen of Swords in reverse, this shiesty ass energy. What is this? What is this? The Six of Cups in reverse again. Oh, can I make it up? I'd show you, but for time's sake... Six of Cups in reverse. So this is someone who's like, it's distorted, whatever it is. We have the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. You moved away from this person, okay? This has something to do with your power, your personal power. You were gaining some sort of power over yourself, over the situation, just in general, right? Because this person showed up as the King of, not the King of Wands, the Emperor in reverse, okay? This person showed up as a bully. All right, why is this person the Six of Cups? Tell me about the energy we're dealing with, Spirit. What's the energy the collective's dealing with? The Chariot came out. And the Nine of Spears. Yeah, your dragon has arrived, okay? Beaten, battered, bruised. Been kicked when you've been down. But boo-boo, you come up over the hill winning the war, right? You know? This person tried to take your ass out. In some sort of way. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. Some of y'all fucking physically. You know, the people that like to loosen the lug nuts on your car, on your wheels. Why would somebody want to loosen the lug nuts on your wheels? Don't ask me how I know. That's an ice message here, Spirit. Aces, y'all, it is coming out. Spirit is coming through tonight. This is heavy in the energy. I'm trying to tell you. I'll be trying to tell you. Ace of Spears. Your ancestors are on it. Some of y'all got ancestors that are the equivalent of like the Apache, okay? They savage. And this person's done kicked the fucking anthill. Sound the trumpets. Here they comes, right? Like Jon Snow. I used this reference a couple weeks ago or a couple streams ago. Y'all know that scene? Where he looks like everybody's done for, right? It's just Jon Snow standing there in the middle of the field. Here comes the enemy towards him, and he's like, "Fuck!" It's like he knows he's about to. He knows he's about to be unalived. He knows he's about to be taken out, but he's being a Braveheart, right? And he pulls his sword and he's going in fearless, like, "Fuck it!" Right? We're throwing it in the fucking bucket. Let's go. And the next thing you know, backup shows up and comes right, you know, passes him and takes out the enemy. You know, that's you right now. This person is trying to take your ass out. They have it out for you. They are a happiness hater. And you cut them off. You were their supply. They have no power of their own. They have no light of their own. The vessel has been compromised. It's been taken over. Something else is living up in the vessel. Okay? You feels me? You tracking? But your dragon has arrived, okay? Here come your ancestors, right? And kick the fucking anthill. Here come all the giant mooshoos. And you're winning the war. You will persevere the adversity here, okay? You're not alone. You have help. What's behind that? The Magician? Are you serious? Look what's interesting, though, y'all. Damn. Okay, stop. Just stop right there. I keep pulling from the bottom of the deck. Okay, after the Devil is the Magician. But in this card, the Magician is Littlefinger. So we got Ramsey's nasty ass with his glowy ass demon eyes. And then we've got Littlefinger shiesty ass. Somebody, y'all, okay. We have the Star here. Okay, this is because you're shining too. I'd be trying to tell you. It's because you're shining so bright. Something about your hope. Someone doesn't like that you still like have some sort of faith, or you have unwavering faith in something, or just in general. Something about the way that you shine, your success, because you're different, because you're rebelling. You're rebelling against this person's like trying to dominate over you. I can't get over this person. Look at them glowy ass eyes, y'all. Can y'all tell? I don't know if y'all can tell from the glare on the camera. It gets fuzzy. It's fuzzy. I feel like it's fuzzier for y'all when y'all are watching it live. We have the Queen of Spears here. Okay, this is because you're looking good, smelling good, feeling good, crazy, sexy, cool, all that in a bag of fucking chips. Successful. Male or female? Okay, you're a fucking badass. And you ain't gotta do nothing to be a badass, okay? You just sitting there breathing in the fucking air. And then it was the Three of Coins, okay? And you're rebuilding something. You're rebuilding something. Without them. And then Death came out, right? You're going Arya Stark on somebody's ass. You getting ready to go Arya Stark on somebody else. What did I tell you? Right, King of Swords. That's King of Swords energy. She's intelligent. She's observant. Right? She's hiding in the back. right? She ain't trying to be front and center and bring all this fucking attention to herself all the time, you know, unless it's to distract, right? It's a strategy. If she wants to be the center of attention, there's some sort of strategy to it. Hold on. TikTok's making me do the little puzzle piece. They're going to cut my live if I don't do my little puzzle piece. There we go. Okay, anyway. All right. How's this energy, how's this person, how's this energy view the collective? How do they view the collective? I was having a good week until my ex-husband decided he can introduce anyone to my kids without my consent. N-word, as in narc, behaviors and tendencies. He's moved in with his second person since our divorce 3 years ago. Good grief. Ew. Sounds like... I'm going to keep my mouth shut, Daphne. I'm going to keep my personal opinion to myself. All right, Spirit. Best nice messages. How are your grandparents doing in heaven? Boo-boo day in heaven. Anybody in heaven's doing better than we doing down here in this realm. Best believe that. All right, Spirit. What did I tell you? You're going Arya Stark on somebody. You're going Arya Stark on somebody, y'all. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. Damn, y'all. Okay. What's this person's intention, Spirit? I'm not even going to ask how they feel about you, okay? Because that's usually how we start. We ask, how do they view you? What do they feel for you? We already know all that, so we're going to skip that part, and we're going to go to their fucking intentions, and then we're going to figure out how they're taking action, okay? We get into the nitty-gritty here. This is heavy, y'all. It's serious. And I know I get up here and I cut, we ha-ha, we kiki. But some people are really dealing with some seriously fucked up shit. Like somebody loosening the lug nuts on their damn wheels, you know? Or some people, they put the GPS trackers on your damn cars. Or some people are trying to poison you in your food, you know? I mean, it's different for everybody. And you know what? I'm not trying to fear monger, okay? So you would know that if it was your situation. Don't make it your situation. If you're currently going through some sort of spiritual psychosis, you have no business being in here right now, okay? Exit out, come back at a later date. Best of nice, missus. You're an adult. You're responsible for your own actions, decisions, and choices, okay? What's this person's intentions? What's this person's intentions? Eight of Spears, taking fast, passionate action towards Eight of Cups in reverse. I told you, this was in the upright when we first saw it in the deck, right? When we split the deck, I was showing you, like, I kind of saw a glimpse of it before I started putting the cards back in the deck. It's showing up in the reverse now. They're taking fast, passionate action to turn over your cup. Five of Cups, because they're sad. They feel like their cup is spilled, so they're going to come muck up your cup. King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Masculine water energy. All right. So I don't know. Maybe you are one of those signs. Maybe you're dealing with one of them signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Maybe it's having in your chart. Masculine energy. Okay, Spirit. What's this person's intentions? The Seven of Cups. Gaslighting, illusions, delusions. Some delulu shit. This person's delusional. Ten of Cups, King of Cups. Because you're trying to get some sort of emotional fulfillment or something about your creativity. Your heart for something. Your love for something. Could even be for self. Especially if you've been on a self-love journey, y'all. Okay, if you grew up like really insecure, being bullied all the time, being susceptible to those codependent relationships where they feed you with validation and build you up, make you feel like the best thing. Ew! Monitoring spirits. Be gone. Anyway, right? Maybe you're on a self-love journey. You know, this person cannot stand that you're starting to love yourself, or the level of love that you have for yourself at this point. You know, something about you, because you have some sort of, you're building some sort of self-esteem. Okay, what's this person's intention, Spirit? 5 of Coins, Wheel of Fortune, the Sun in reverse. Oh my gosh. So this person is feeling abandoned by you, okay? Or that's what they intend. They want you to feel the way that it is that they're feeling, kind of seems like. But they're projecting something. They're causing these illusions, these delusions here. Gaslighting. Be gone. Go on. Because the wheel's turning in. I'm telling you, you're either you started experiencing some sort of level up, glow up, abundance, success, a promotion, a payout, something big is coming. Opportunity, whatever that looks like, and they're unhappy about it. They're trying to take your light, take your joy. They don't want you to be happy about this, the wheel turning in your favor. Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Why wouldn't you celebrate your own wins? Like, you're supposed to feel bad? You're supposed to be down in the dumps because you have a win? A win that you fucking earned. You're in your divine right for whatever this is. The relationship that you've been fucking trying to manifest, right? The job, the career, the certain level of pay, the financial stability. Some of y'all, it's just a fucking car, you know? Some of y'all, it's just a place to live. All these damn bugs, y'all. We may have to go inside. All right, Spirit. I must be on to something. Do I have another deck? Yeah, let's swap decks. Best and highest messages here, Spirit. How's this person taking action? How's this person taking action? 7 of Swords. This is some shiesty, I'm telling you, some sort of shiesty ass bullshit. We're dealing with a whole ass clown in the house. Bozo the fucking clown. Or it. It's more like it. But you're adapting and overcoming the situation. Look at you. Look at you. This person's being manipulative, thinking that they're getting away with something here. You see how they're like turning around like, I'm getting away with it, right? And here you come right up behind them like... You'll see how it's telling the story. Adapting and overcoming the situation because you're ambitious, action-oriented, driven to succeed, fast thinking, defending beliefs. What did I tell you? We said something earlier about being witty. You're quick on your feet. Something about your intelligence, your smarts. Something the way, like, you can pivot, you know? You're going down this way and you hit a roadblock, like, pivot! Pivot! Maybe you took dance class or something. I don't know, but you good with the pivots, okay? Damn corners ain't sneaking up on your ass. You ain't afraid to weave and swerve through the traffic now. All right, Spirit. Cause you're the star. Hold on, I can't show it. Okay, we got bare naked ladies here. We got the bare naked lady here, okay? But cause you're shining so bright, okay? Someone's looking at you like you're miraculous, like you weren't supposed to have made it out this far. Some of y'all ain't supposed to be still breathing the air in the lungs. You picking up what I'm throwing down, okay? You were supposed to be down and out a long time ago, and now you're having this success, and they're not allowed to have any of it. So you walked away from this person, and that's why you're being presented this miracle, you know? Y'all don't flag me. This is a interesting reading, okay? Some of us are getting the tea. We're getting our confirmations through this reading. Y'all better not. It's not just my ancestors gonna be about it. She's gonna be everybody else in the damn chats whose ancestors are like, yeah, we telling the tea. We telling our peoples. Go, baby, go. What was that? Oh, can you hear that? The coyotes are coming out. They're way out in the distance. It sounds like it's coming from this way, but it kind of echoes, so I can't quite tell if it's actually coming from this way. Tricksters. Here come the tricksters. Alright, Spirit. Best and highest messages here. Man, they're getting stirred up. We may have to go in so I can focus. Alright, Spirit. How's this person taking action? Or this energy? How's this energy taking action towards the collective? That's a lot of cards. Page of... Oh, that's how we started this whole damn reading. That was the first card we got, the Two of Pentacles. This is the Pentacle that's trying to cause a distraction. Trying to throw the wrench in your plans. Page of Cups. Page of Cups, the Lovers, the Two of Wands, the Eight of Wands. Damn. So here, they're taking action. Here they come, throw the wrenches in your plan. Okay. They're coming in with some sort of apology, a love offer. Okay, this is the beginning stages of love bombing. You're the best thing since sliced bread now. They hated your ass yesterday. But now you're the best thing since sliced fucking bread. Person may want union with you. Okay, this could have been a false flame, some sort of false divine counterpart. Okay, like that's, let me explain this and break it down for y'all, because this, it won't resonate as a romantic partner for everybody. Okay, divine counterparts aren't always romantic. Okay, all of our relationships are karmic in some sort of way. Okay, but in the more like negative aspect of it, if you will, right, this is someone who's like a false flame, or this is someone who brought in a lot of like karmic fucking lessons, if you will, hard, drawn out, draining karmic lessons. Okay, hard knock life type of shit. This person wants to come back into union with you. That's what they're doing. They want to give you this offer because they want to be in union with you. Okay, we have the Two of Wands here, so they're planning how they're going to take action here. And once they figure it out, they coming in hot. Like a fajita. To gaslight. To blow smoke and mirrors here. And get you off your focus of what it is you're creating. Look at all these are starting to show up in the reverse here. It's telling a fucking story. But you already know. Because you're intuitive as fuck. Okay, you have spiritual gifts. You're ordained to have knowledge. You're tapped the fuck in. About whatever the fuck this devil shit is. Damn, I should have covered them up too. And your strength. Oh my God. What I tell? They're spying on you? Justice. Okay. We can just read the whole damn thing from the bottom of the freaking deck. Look, okay, here we go. We got the devil showing up here, right? So we already know why this is here, but you're intuitive as fuck, okay? You see this coming from a mile away. And you have the strength to overcome whatever this is because of your patience, because of your resilience, because of your courage. Because you don't fucking give up. You are persistent as fuck. You are patient as fuck. Right? They're trying to hunt the hunter. How are you gonna hunt the hunter? Make that make sense, y'all. It doesn't. I'm telling you, this person's delusional. Okay, they're spying on you, trying to gain intel, studying you, learning you. Y'all, some of these people really do this, y'all. They will come in, they'll watch you, or they figure out a way to study your ass so that they can talk like you, they can speak your lingo, they can try to match your energy, they can try to mirror you in different ways. Okay, so be wary of that. Like all of a sudden this person like knows all about this certain topic that they didn't know shit about last week. You know? They couldn't even hold a fucking conversation about the shit a week ago, and now all of a sudden they're a fucking expert in it. Like what the fuck? And this isn't some sort of ADHD hyper-focused bullshit. This is this is intended. This was thought out. It was planned. It's a strategy. Justice has been called on the situation, right? Something's being fucking exposed. The truth is coming out. Here's the verdict on the situation. Okay? Because someone was trying to cause some sort of clarity, or a lack of clarity. Self-doubt. What's done in the dark always comes to the light. So some sort of secret ulterior motives are being exposed here, okay, with the moon. You've called your power back. This person can't bully you anymore. The real emperor is showing up. With the real Slim Sadie, please stand up. Well, the real emperor, please stand up, right? Zaddy home, let them know. Spiritual daddies out there. You're on the throne here, okay? You're taking charge. And that's why the wheel turns in your favor. Okay, let's move on. We're going to use the connected and protected deck real quick. That's the highest message here, Spirit. Yeah, the laws of the universe. Someone's trying to go against universal law. That's really arrogant, y'all, if you think about it. Like, yeah, there's... You get into the spirituality, if you will, right? There's lots of different ways of looking at spirituality, right? And there's a lot of positive aspects to it, and there's a lot of negative aspects to it. Then you have the whole theory about the matrix and the simulation and how it is that, you know, we're being controlled or whatever, right? But at the end of the day, there's still set laws of the universe, one way or another. You know, that's how we're experiencing all these things from anyway. And if you try to go against the law of the universe, like, that's arrogance. It's just arrogance. But you know what, y'all? Coming undone just flipped over. Someone's coming unhinged, okay? Someone's crashing the fuck out. Y'all could have been this person's, like... Y'all could have been this person's, like... You could have, like, a drug to this person. It's like someone's having withdrawal symptoms over you. You're in spiritual recovery, on a journey, on your journey through your spiritual recovery here, okay? What else is here, Spirit? Frenemies, watch your six. Someone's pretending to be a friend, but they're not a friend. Right? Keep your enemies close. Or your friends close, your enemies closer, right? Throwing stones. Someone's throwing stones at your ass. Because you're having a metamorphosis. So pay attention. Someone's casting illusions. It's not as it seems. You on your woke shit. Not the modern day woke shit. The ancient woke shit. You know what it is I'm talking about. This fucked up jargon people be talking about today. Anyway, back to the point. That's the highest message here, Spirit. You are a cosmic warrior. What'd I tell you? You mystic, galactical, cosmic being. Fucking spiritual assassins. Keys! And you have the keys to unlock the doors. You were the key master, the key holder. Oh, I'm seeing that guy in the Matrix. You're like a gatekeeper. You hold the keys. You have the master key. The master code. The original. You're the original. Someone's trying to dupe you. Yeah? Matrix key holder. Like a mystical soul. I'm Siri Richard. Always. Oh my God. Pam was like, oh my God. Hi, keep it. Hi, organically, honey. This is your life right now. Feminine is dealing with for sure. Also not consistent, manipulating, distraction at its best. Yep, fuckery and bullshit. Yeah, they're all jerks. All of them are jerks. The whole lot of them. All right, Spirit, best and highest message here. Let me see. Yeah, duplicate it. Stop trying to duplicate your fucking energy. Like copy and fucking paste. But there's something that's encoded in your shit. They can't copy and paste your ass. It's like somebody... No lie, y'all. No lie, I'm not shitting you. Somebody chat GP'd me an apology. Like I wasn't gonna know. This person don't talk like that. And you know it's chat GPT because they always got the little dashes, you know? Like when's the last time we were going through paragraphs and we had like dashes in the correct spaces? Most of us don't talk like that. I'm gonna copy and paste your ass like you're somebody, like, no. I sure did. I sure did. I copied it and I pasted it back in my chat GPT. I sure did. And I asked, is this chat GPT? Most likely, yes. And it listed the reasons why. Like, take your fake ass apology, your artificial intelligent apology, and shove it up where the sun don't shine. I don't want it. Apology is as fake as you are. Shit. That's a nice message here, Spirit. Star energy. What did I tell you? Because you're shining so bright. You are miraculous. The cosmos, God, source, universe, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, and everybody who coming to look at you are fucking shining a light on your ass, okay? We have a chess player. Oh, no. Somebody trying to play checkers with the chess player. Could have had a V8. Could have had a fucking V8. What the hell? This person ain't all... But they are artificially intelligent. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate that one. They are artificially intelligent if you pick it up what the fuck I'm throwing down, okay? This person seems smart. They seem smart. Vampire energy. I told you, talking with some of the energy vampires, okay, and they feeling threatened. They feeling threatened by your success. They feeling threatened by your authenticity. That's exactly what it is. The natural world needs you is what I just heard. I'm seeing that card from this deck over here. If y'all been here before and y'all see me pull from this deck, right? The fairy, the green ass fairy chick. It says the natural world needs you. There's something about your fucking authenticity. Because you're fucking real as shit. You're a real one. Here they are, artificially intelligent, trying to play checkers with the chess player. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, y'all. It don't. No way you try to slice it and dice it. It ain't. No, the puzzle pieces don't fit here. Go build your own puzzle. Go get your own fucking table and build your own fucking puzzle and get out of my fucking energy. You're mucking up my flow and my concentration. I'm intelligent and I can see where the puzzle pieces go and you fucking it up. Shady shit. Someone's on their shit. I didn't even see that pop out. Someone's on their shady shit. Give me some more, Spirit. What else is here? Damn, they're flying out. That one fell on the floor. I gotta get it. Hold on. Where'd it go? Duality. And you can recognize duality. There's a lot of this duality energy here, like Libra, law and order, things that are just. It has to be balanced. Someone's trying to throw you off your balance. What else is here? Dang. Maybe I don't need to wear the frou-frou stuff no more, y'all. Maybe I just need to show up here in regular clothes. I'm always afraid there's going to be like a wardrobe malfunction. Best and I's messages here, Spirit. I don't want no Janet Jackson up here, okay? Apology. What'd I tell you? They're going to come try to apologize to you. The person that's feeling threatened, back at the bottom of the fucking deck, they hiding it. They don't want you to know that they feel threatened. That's supposed to be on the DO. Okay. They're keeping that on the hush hush. Because they fake as shit. The universe has your back. Keep your thoughts positive. The universe has your back. I can do it. I will do it. Join me. Watch me. Get the fuck up out of my way, homie, because I'm coming for it. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way. You about ready to bulldoze over somebody. I'm seeing somebody climb up in one of them big ass bulldozers. Like on Tremors. I remember that movie, Tremors. Oh my gosh, it's too funny. Just gonna bulldoze over their ass. That's the giant messages. They try to show up like them ugly ass worms. They will get caught up under the truck. You dragging their asses. What else is here? It's too funny. Oh my god, I haven't seen that movie in forever. None of them, really. Offended by you. Oh, they offended by you. Because everything you touch turns to gold. Yo, I can't. I'm tickled pink right now. Tricks and treats, and they're coming in with their tricks and treats because of their hold on. I don't want to drop the deck. I messed it up. My bad. They own their tricks and treats because they're jealous. And your light's irritating their damn demons. Shit, what I tell you? Damn, again. Yeah, you could just be over here waiting patiently, like that King of Swords, right? What did we say? Like Geraldo Rivia. In the back of the saloon, the back of the bar, the tavern, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the pub. Waiting patiently, taking it all in. Because they're hunting the hunter. Good grief. What else is here, Spirit? I'm hearing my dad's voice now. Golly, gee whiz. You're sweet as sugar. Your light's irritating their demons, and you're sweet as sugar, boo-boo, okay? You know what they say about that. You attract more flies with honey than shit. Patience. Yeah, something about your patience. Waiting patiently. Patience. That's twice that's come out. What else is there, Spirit? Give me some more. We're about to wrap it up. And you're on your way to new beginnings. Have you already started this new beginning? Sweet as sugar came out of the deck. Ego. So, what I tell you, your light is irritating somebody's demons. It came out of the deck because of someone's ego. It's ridiculous. And your growth. Okay, yeah. Your growth. You're growing. Divine timing. It's all in divine timing, okay? Soul searching. Tell me about soul searching. Weaver. Okay. Some of y'all are coming into some sort of new information, okay? And whatever the information that it is that you're coming in, right? We saw the hangman there. That new perspective, looking at something from a different vantage point, you're gonna see something. Like I'm seeing someone like look at something like upside down, and they see something like there's like a little shining light. Like because you're looking at it from a different angle, it's like there's like you can see the light like hit off of something, and it's like reflecting off of it. It's getting your attention. It's just like you're taking a deeper look at something, but you're getting the information that you need. This has something to do with you and something that you're capable of doing, or some sort of ability that it is that you have, okay? So if this is spiritual, or I'm saying this because the Weaver card came out, okay? And to me, the way that it's been explained is a Weaver is somebody who can use all four elements. And it's kind of like they have a really balanced chart astrologically, okay? So, for example, I'm going to use myself, right? I'm a Leo. I like to use fire a lot, okay? But I'm also have a really balanced chart. So I'm really good at using earth energies or herbs, okay? I'm really good with air energy, right? With using words. Okay, y'all seen some of my posts where I've posted prayers, you know, and chants and things like that. Okay. Really good with water energy, right? Your intuition, very intuitive, or using that going beneath the surface for things. Okay. You're divinely connected and protected. What I tell you, tap the fuck in, connected to the all that ever was and the all that ever will be, past, present, future, the whole 9 yards. Some of y'all may be a weaver, and the weavers can actually weave things into existence. Okay, this isn't witchcraft as an magic. This doesn't come from anything external of you. Okay, it's within you. It's passed down through blood and bone. Weavers, you're connected to something that was here from the beginning of time. And not even time as we experience here on the earthly realm. Just time in general. Like through time and space. Dimensional things, okay? What else is here, Spirit? Give me some more. Rose-colored glasses. Yeah. You know your worth. And you're not looking at situations with rose-colored glasses anymore. You're seeing things clear as day. And that's why you've been energetically targeted. Because you can fucking see shit and you know too much. And illusions, yeah. And you can see past illusions and you understand that the shit's not as it seems. You're not, right? Someone gave you the rose-colored glasses to look at the situation. You took them bitches off. It's not as it seems. You know your worth. What's after know your worth? Yeah, this ain't over. I told you, someone wanted you to be down and out a long time ago. And you're on the up and up. You're on the rise. You're getting the success, right? And I don't know when you cut this motherfucker off, okay? Whoever this is, whatever this is. And I say whatever because sometimes, y'all, people's vessels have seriously been, like, compromised, okay? Something else is living up in there with them. That's why they, them, right? No offense, y'all. Take it as it resonates. We, you know. There's more than one in there. But anyway, okay, so like some people's vessels are compromised, and sometimes you cut one person out in this energy. I am many. You picking up? I know some of y'all are tracking. Some of you are following. Some of y'all know exactly what it is I'm talking about. There are many. So they're not just in the one vessel. It's kind of like Avatar. You know? They can go dormant over here and pop up and come online over there. You know? So you're dealing with the same fucking energy in a different fucking body. Does that make sense? Confirmation. We're gonna pause Santo real quick. I heard that. That was a growl, y'all. It could have just been one of the cats, but I'm not seeing any cats over here. Now my shit don't want to light. Anyway. Alright, I'm about to wrap up this reading and I'll tell you all my story. Just a heads up, if you're wanting to get in line for personal readings, CashApp, Venmo, PayPal at ladyleospiritual. It's $11 for a mini, $22 for career, $33 for love, $44 for extended. Same spelling as the handle that you see on my profile. I made it easy for y'all. Haha, there we go. Protect your energy. Protect my energy. But yeah, some of y'all are dealing with the same entity, the same energies. It's just popping up in a different vessel, okay? Yeah, someone doesn't like that you're, invisible threads have the strongest ties, spiritual recovery. So this is someone that you've had ties to before, okay? You could have cut cords with this person. This person's doing whatever it takes to reattach to you, okay? And for those of you who are newer to this, anytime that we're going through hard times, okay, trauma, we're experiencing or we have faced trauma, and that trauma is stored in the body, it creates rips and tears in our auric field. This is science. It's metaphysics, y'all. It's a real thing. This ain't the hocus pocus hoo bajoobies, okay? There's science to back it up. But anyway, you get rips and tears in your auric field, okay? That's how these other energies, entities can seep into your vessel in that way, if you will, okay? So someone's trying to create some sort of invisible ties. They don't even want you to know that the cord is there. That's some fucked up shit. Yeah, they're trying to create a storm. They want you to have a storm warning. But you're divinely protected and connected, and you were made for this. You were fucking made for this shit. This is one of those heavy spiritual warfare readings. I cannot pick it up. Spell work, hexes, jinxes, evil eye, ill will, negative energy. What did I tell you? Let it go, let it flow. Let it go, let it flow. It can't touch your ass no more. What else is here? Give me a few more. Yep, let your light shine. Let your light shine so bright you blind the eyes out, okay? Don't you dim your light for nobody, nothing. And gossip, birdies, haters, they can't stand you because of your clarity. What I tell you, you see things fucking clearly. And you are self-assured on the shit that it is that you were clear on. I'm trying to throw shit. Yeah, they lurking, spying, stalking. Rather take from others. Oh, that's just a deer. We ain't worried about the deer. Death threats. Yeah, do not share plans. Move in silence. You were empowered. Okay, you got people that are on their surface level bullshit. Because you're a mystical Cleanse your energy. You got energy vampires here. And they're coming after you because you mystical, cosmic, healer, starseed, light worker, earth angel, light warrior, intuitive, highly sensitive, whatever the fuck label you want to put on it. Alright. For those of you that were here for just the reading, thank you so much for popping in and spending time with me. If you caught the live, I hope that y'all found a message that resonates with you. Here's my story, y'all. If you can't tell, I'm one of those people that deal with spiritual warfare all the time. And I like to talk and teach other people the ways that it is that I've been able to overcome those things, those experiences, those energies, you know. This is one of those things that's like a lifetime fight, you know. It's kind of like you're born into it. Whether you want it or not, it just is. You know? So this shit I've been dealing with since I came out of the womb. Like literally. My grandmother had to do a damn egg cleansing on me because I got sick as the baby. Sure enough, cracked the egg and it went so good. The results weren't. But anyway, she did the egg cleansing on me and I got better. I got pneumonia when I was like a couple days old. But anyway. I have had some very strange experiences. These aren't experiences that I talk about with just anybody, right? You gotta be careful talking about that type of shit and who you talking about it to. There's Black Betty. Hi, Black Betty. How you doing, Betty? Anyway, so that's why I have hex and curse removals. All right, I try to teach people how to get the shit off of you or how to combat it, how to stand up to it, because that's something that it wants. Okay, it feeds off trauma, it feeds off pain, it feeds off anger, it feeds off fear, it feeds off hurt, sadness, grief, all of those things. You know, so if you don't do the healing work or allow yourself to move on from those things and to heal those parts of yourself, you're more susceptible to that type of shit, okay? Like, whether it's attaching itself to you or it's just really heavy in your energy, you know, trying to mess with you. And it seems like it messed with sometimes it's just like shit wants to test your spiritual gangster. Right? Especially if you've overcome things and you continue to overcome things, right? New levels, new devils, right? you have a light, like the star energy, you know, and you shine really bright. And like moths to a flame, all right, you're going to attract energies like that to you. It's always going to be trying to take you out. This part of the balance. You can't have the good without the bad, and you can't have the bad without the good. Or it's not bad or good. It doesn't exist in that way, in those terms, on that energy. But there's duality. So yeah, if you feel like you're somebody who's a light warrior, like you're here to combat spiritual warfare, you know, kind of like I'm thinking about like Lorraine Warren, you know, people like that. You know, y'all ever seen a Paranormal State, or like you know, they go like cleanse, they help people work through that kind of stuff when they're experiencing heavy shit like that, weird paranormal experiences, you know. You have a light so bright in it, you attract this stuff, okay? It's just part of your soul mission. It's part of your soul purpose. Your cat, but yeah, I think she did. I think she did come over here. Betty doesn't ever come over here. She's usually not like trying to make an appearance during the readings. It's usually Achilles. Luna showed up a couple times. The kittens, but the kittens aren't out here. They're not allowed to come outside yet. I gotta get them spayed first before they can go outside. Plus Eva's in heat right now. We ain't trying to have no more kitties. Who else? And Olivia. Olivia's always trying to make an appearance. But usually Black Betty ain't trying to be all up in the camera. She don't usually come sit with me. But anyway, okay, so yeah. Some of y'all are just born. You were made for this. You were meant to combat this kind of stuff. Why? Most of y'all because you can handle it. You can overcome it. Some of y'all, it's just in your, it was passed down through blood and bone. You know, it's just part of your bloodline, the mission of your bloodline, right? But anyway, so these coyotes are getting real jacked up, y'all. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Y'all gotta let me know if you can hear the coyotes. All right, so I had to move out of my apartment, right? I'm going through divorce. Shit's been heavy, y'all. There's a lot of trauma. Okay, there's a lot of fucked up shit going on. So anyway, I had to give up my apartment. I just couldn't afford it anymore. And I swallowed my pride, and I came and moved in with my parents, right? So they're out here in the sticks. Now I'm right, y'all. I'm not in the Bible Belt. This is the Bible Belt, okay? You're picking up what I'm throwing down. Right smack dab in the middle of Mississippi. Well, there's this really very strict Baptist community here. There's like literally, there's like this big church that's like right across this street from the little, you know, area that I'm in, you know. So with that being said, my kids were walking down through the woods a couple weeks ago, and they found this tree that had a bunch of like satanic like symbols like etched into the tree. And this is what it is that they told me, okay? This is a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old, my daughters. And they came running out of the woods. But while they were running, they heard something start growling. So, and they said it wasn't like they said it didn't sound like it was a dog growling or anything like that. They said they didn't know what it was that was growling at them, you know? So, anyway, they didn't tell me for a couple weeks. They were scared to tell me. Because they didn't want me to tell them that they couldn't go for walks anymore. But anyway, so I was telling them this after like they were telling me that, and I'm like, that's interesting that stuff would have been like etched into the trees over there, you know. But if you think about it, right, where I'm at, these homes that were built out here were built back out in the 50s and 60s, okay? And this is where like rich people came to like have their summer vacation. So these cabins are really old, and they weren't meant to be lived in long term. You know, they were just summer houses, right? So anyway, very strict community here. And you can only imagine, like, if you have a really strict Christian community, of course, you're going to have those people who are going to want to rebel. What was going on in the 50s and 60s and 70s, right? Lots of ritualistic things, right? You had people from the opposite, right, duality, that wanted to rebel against the strictness of whatever the religion was out here, right? So I was explaining it to them in that way. But what's interesting is I didn't know about that being out there in the woods across the street. And When my parents moved out here, they bought a bunch of black tourmaline and selenite. And I went around this whole entire property and just dropped it. You know, just dropped pieces here and there, all the way around the property, like praying, trying to protect the, like shield it, you know. Well, a couple weeks ago, I was walking the property line and I went to go up to one of our passed over pets' graves. And I'm sitting there talking to her and I leave. I say whatever it is that I need to say and I walk off. And then all of a sudden this tree limb falls. Now the tree is on the other side of the property line. It's not on the property line that I'm on. But had I not fucking ran as fast as I fucking could, because I heard it. I heard the crack. I just started taking off running. Had I not started running, y'all, that fucking tree limb would have hit me. And it's just weird why that tree in that space at that time. I just got done praying. I had a very spiritual moment. And the reason why I was praying is because I was going through some shitty shit with somebody that, you know, I didn't want to be going through the shit with this person in the first place. You know, trauma, the bullshit. I just thought it was really weird. So anyway, there's that. So that's like, then the activities just started picking up out here lately. So like, if y'all see my Instagram, I posted a picture of the baby monitor. It's only 12 seconds. Now, you kind of see this one little mist that kind of goes by the front of the camera. It's not the best video because I'm filming it from a camera on top of the baby monitor, you know. So you can kind of see the glare of the lights in the background and like where my hand is like at the corner of the screen or whatever. But anyway, for 2 hours, y'all, you saw this shit in the baby monitor and it almost looked like someone, like if someone was standing there and like the hair was kind of getting real close to the camera part of it, you know. But anyway, I was looking for my girls. I was going to let them know that I was going to start live streaming. So I heard them in the bedroom. So I go walk in the bedroom to tell them that I was going to get ready to start live streaming, that I needed them to keep it down, and I needed them to let me know if they heard Adonis or if I needed to get up to help, like, you know, to take care of the baby. They weren't in there. It was just the baby. He was asleep. My son was in there, but he was asleep and he was in the top bunk. He was nowhere near the baby monitor. So I come back out and I'm like, God, I knew I heard them in there. Well, sure enough, here they come through the door from outside. They were outside. They weren't even in the house. So I'm like, well, that's weird. So I tell them, whatever. So I go to sit down, and the next thing you know, I see this weird shit going on the baby monitor. So I get up and I walk in there thinking that they're in there. No, they've gone back outside, y'all. They weren't even in the room. So I sit there and I start watching it or whatever. So they come back in and I tell them about it, which I probably shouldn't because it ended up scaring them. They didn't end up going to sleep that night. But I ended up showing them. How do I keep my mouth shut about something like that, though? How do I keep that to myself? Anyway, so I shared it with them, and they're like, there's my daughters, and then my dad comes around the corner, and of course he had to get all up in it. He was being nosy, right? And we're watching like shit like walk around in the room, y'all. So I get my shit out, I go in there and I start praying. And they said as soon as I got to the door with my stuff, I don't even have it lit yet, the shit started like doing a circle around the baby. So it was something about my son couldn't sleep. My son's been having a hard time sleeping at night. So I don't know. It's just weird. So there's my story. I don't know. It like, my daughter keeps hearing me when I'm not here. Like I'll run an errand and they'll be here, and she keeps thinking that I'm home because she hears me calling her name. It's like they were out. She was outside earlier, and there was nobody else out here, and she heard somebody like running up behind her. She said she turned around, nobody was there. She thought it was her sister, but her sister was in the bathroom taking a shower, so it couldn't have been her sister, you know. Anyway, there's just been a lot of weird, strange activity that's been picked up around here lately. So that's something it is that I try to tell them. Is like, don't let it freak you out. Don't get scared of it. You call your power back. You have no power over me. Be gone. You have no business being here. You're not allowed here. But I don't know. The baby monitor shit was weird. And that's the thing. I didn't feel scared. I didn't, like, sometimes, you know, like you'll be around a certain energy and it, like you'll feel uneasy. You can like feel it. I didn't feel uneasy. I didn't get like that funky fear. Maybe I was just in mama bear mode. I'm not sure. But I will say when I walked around the other side of the bed, I felt like my chest started hurting real bad. And I'm not really sure what that was about. So I don't know if someone was trying to make my chest hurt. Like if someone was like trying to like, it was like in the heart space. So I don't know if somebody was like trying to make me stressed or just trying to cause me pain. Or if this was like some sort of spirit that was, I was picking up on what it felt. I don't know, y'all. It was weird though. It was weird. Let me go up on the comments. Hi, y'all. How you doing? Welcome. Hey, that's another living like back to you times 10, y'all. Thank y'all for the likes, the follows, the shares, all the badges, the gifts that it is that y'all sent. I'm so incredibly grateful for y'all. Let me go back on these comments. We experienced the same event that caused traumas. How to cut the cycles. Yeah. Hey, that's another living like back to you times 10. Thank you for being here, y'all. Your cat trying to protect your energy. Throw holy water or Florida water on that tree. Careful what's buried. Yeah, see, that's another thing, y'all. Y'all don't know what's like been buried out in the ground. Or what it is that you're digging up. Because there's a lot of Native American stuff out this way too. You know, Mississippi. There's a lot of Native American history here. In the land. Like, there's cities and certain stuff that's been built on sacred grounds. And you don't ever really know like what was attached to that place. Kind of like my old house. The house I grew up in. Really close to the Natchez Trace, so it's, you know, there's a lot of like sacred indigenous land that it used to be, and my whole street was like cursed growing up. There's a lot of people who unalived themselves, just a lot of trauma, a lot of hurt. There's a lot of just sorrow and pain and grief, just like even in our own house growing up. I don't know. It's just something to think about. Hi, Yvonne. How you doing? You saw it. Y'all saw it. Orb just passed. Yeah, that was another thing. The next day, my son was watching the baby monitor, and he wasn't even in there when all that stuff happened. He was passed out, you know. He comes running in there. Mom, there's orbs on the baby monitor. There's orbs. There's orbs. That's another thing, too, y'all. All three of my kids are really tapped into their spiritual gifts. They're all different. But all three of them are extremely intuitive. They definitely have had, like, they can see shit that I can't see. I can tell you that. They're still really tapped in. Is there a list? Yes. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, y'all. We've got 2 people in line right now for personal readings. It's $11 for a mini, $22 for career, $33 for love, $44 for extended. At Lady Leo Spiritual on all those platforms. You just pick the one that you resonate with, the one that you prefer, and it'll get you a space in the line. I can feel dark energy. To be honest, when I saw one of your posts in the park woods for grounding when you moved to this place, yeah, I do. I think there is. There's of course there is. You know, of course there is. It's like we were doing some research out here on this area a couple days ago. And we found out that, you know, somebody lost their life in the lake. There's no telling how many people have lost their lives in the lake. There's no telling what crimes, who has been unalived out here and nobody ever fucking knew about it. You know, this is Mississippi. There's a lot of people that got taken out and nobody talked about it. It was covered up. It was secrets, you know. There's no telling what it is we're picking up on out here. Can you put crystals in the windows? Yes. The thing about putting crystals in the windows, though, you may want to make sure that it's not something like amethyst. It will fade the purple color in the amethyst. That purple color was created because of the darkness that it was in when it was being formed. So if you put like amethyst in the window and the sun, especially if the sun's beaming right on it, it's gonna bleach out. That it's gonna like lighten the purple color in there. So I think it happens with a lot of different like types of quartz. It wouldn't be the only one, but that's just for example. So you may want to, you know, do your own research about what crystal it is and if you're worried about the color or not. Can you talk to it and create a common ground? I don't try to create a common ground with shit. Either you're high vibrational enough to be in my energy or not. You know, I'm real like black and white when it comes to that kind of stuff. But that's the thing too, y'all. I'm really strict about what it is that I'm trying to interact with, what it is I'm attached to, what it is I allow in my energy field. Like I told y'all, I don't do love spells. Okay, I don't cast spells on people, not in that type of way. You know, I don't conjure up shit. I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't try to talk to the dead. The only phase of my life I ever got caught up with the Ouija board was like, I regret it. Times 10. I was like 18. I'll never do that shit again. Experiences I had through that, and it was like, it took years to get rid of whatever the fuck came out of that thing. Whatever portal was opened. God, y'all. But yeah, I mean, that's a personal preference. Me, I don't fucks around and finds out with that shit. Place you're right now, energy kind of complex. It's a mix. Yeah, I feel deeply called to send you these 2 declarations of sovereignty. Uh-oh. They don't say nothing else. Open portal can definitely close that. Yeah, closing portal. Open, yeah, that's another thing, y'all. Anytime that y'all are working with spirit, make sure that you protect the space and make sure that you close the space after you're done. That's a big deal. I don't mess with the board. Yeah, I don't mess with none of them spirit boards, Ouija boards. I don't do that. Like I said, I ain't trying to conjure shit. I don't try to talk over loved ones. Anytime that comes out through a reading, I always ask my spirit team. It's got to come through my spirit team. I don't want to hear it. Because that's the thing, yo. I've heard stuff in my ear before, something calling my name. It used to freak me the fuck out. I'd be taking the trash out. As a teenager, you know, it'd be pitch black outside, and all of a sudden I hear somebody whispering my name, like right in my ear. Barry. You know? I turn around and be like, what the? No, I ain't trying to conjure shit. I can't see it with my physical, and I don't want to see it with my physical eye anyway. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. No, thank you. But anyway, all right, TikTok, let me go back on your questions real quick. I've been paying attention to Instagram. Hey, thanks for all the love, y'all. I'm sending all the love, like, back to you times 10. You got me the reading with Olivia being brought up. That wasn't a son. Oh, Olivia? Olivia's a cat, just a heads up. But maybe it's the name that it is. Same here, just saw it in one tree. It's wild. It's the growl for me while I was in the ER. The nurse said I growled in my sleep. That's weird. That's really, yeah, y'all gotta be careful too. Like, if you're susceptible to this kind of stuff and you don't know about, like, Daphne's laughing at me. I don't want it. I don't want it. But sleeping, okay, so the astral realm, there will be stuff that will try to attach to you while you're sleeping, you know. So like once you start going down the rabbit hole with spirituality, there's like, you got to be careful, you know. And it's very easy to get swept up in like cloud minds, cult minds, that kind of stuff. So always do your own research. Always only take what resonates. When you're getting like caught up in groups and stuff, make sure that you're not like, you're taking stuff with a grain of salt, okay, that you're doing the research on the people that it is that you're interacting with, that you're attaching yourself to. You know, you got to be really careful, because before you know it, you'll be wrapped up in some sort of cult. You know, you don't even realize that you were a cult member. So think for yourself. But yeah, but with the sleeping stuff, you're like, you'll learn. If you're new to your spiritual awakening, okay, or to learning about what this is, or maybe you've just had lots of funky experiences and you're just now like starting to like put pieces together and understand more of it. There's lots of different rabbit holes. Are your parents supportive of your gifts? Well, they are now. They weren't so much before. You know, I used to freak them out. There's a story of one time that, like, I used to have dreams. I'd get up as a little girl, 3 and 4 years old, and I'd be coming into the kitchen. You know, my dad would always, you know, hug and kiss before he went to work, right? I'd be up, getting ready for the day, but my dad, you know, would kiss me before he'd go to work. And I told him one day, I was tugging on him, and I said, Daddy, tell Mr. Terry I'm sorry about his dog dying. The bridge went out. He's like, what? So I told him again. So he gets into his truck. He goes off to work. He calls my mom, right? He had one of them satellite phones. He worked for Motorola. He had one of them satellite phones in his truck. He called my mom and told her Mr. Terry's dog died. He totaled his truck. The bridge went out in the storm. They were freaked out. They said that, like, there's lots of different stories like that, but that's just the one that I use the most. So yeah, if I saw shit and went to tell them, they didn't want to hear about it. Okay, they didn't want to know about the shit that was talking to me in the bedroom. Okay, yeah, they didn't. So I don't know that it was that they didn't support it. I think it just freaked them the fuck out. I think it just scared the shit out of them. So anyway, but they're really supportive of it now because I'm living in their house. trying to regain my stability, right? I'm in spiritual recovery just like a lot of y'all are right now. You know, like I said, I'm going through one of the most difficult phases of life during this time. You know, I didn't think I was going to be 35 years old, finalizing a divorce with baby number 4. That wasn't in the plan. And learning why it is that I'm in the position that I'm in right now, right? The psychology of it all, the way I was treated, why I allowed it, all that kind of stuff is unraveling. You know, it's a lot to swallow. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to process. So I'm incredibly grateful that they are allowing me to be here and to share my gift with y'all. You know, this is my passion. Like I said, I love to help y'all work through the hardships, especially the hardships that you can't talk to anybody about. The hardships that other people don't understand. You know, how do you protect your spirit? You call on it. You can just say it out loud. You demand it. It's your body. It's your spirit. You have authority. Unless you give up that authority. You know, that's what I tell you about that devil card all the time. That has no power over you unless you give it the power. Like on the traditional tarot deck, right? You got the devil standing there, which is really a certain deity that's on there. And it's got 2 people standing there and they got chains around their necks, but the chains are big enough that those people walked up to the devil and the devil slid the chain over their neck. The chain is still loose enough that these people could leave that spot, leave that stance, leave that situation and slip it back over their neck and walk away. You know, it doesn't actually have any power over you unless you give it the power. It has no power of its own. That's why it seeks out your light. That's why these things want your soul. It doesn't have a soul. It's soulless. It's good to know what the shoes to step in to prepare for the younger ones, the gifted. And that's another thing, y'all. I feel like because I've been so intrigued and wanting to learn more about what the hell it is that everybody says is not real, but why am I experiencing it? And I know that I'm not that type of cray-cray. Like, I know I'm cray-cray. I know there's something funky going on up there, but not in that type of way. If you pick it up what I'm throwing down. You know, like I knew I was really seeing something. You know, I knew I was really hearing things. I knew that, like, you know, especially when other people were experiencing the same thing. That was just confirmation right there. Like, you can't tell me no different. You know, soul contract, yeah. Duality protects you. I think it can. It can if you understand the law of duality. You know, it's not that negative is always necessarily bad, like negative energy or dark energy. You have to understand how to use it to balance the situation. For example, like using the energy of Saint Michael. Saint Michael is a darker energy. He's destruction. He's war. You know, it's the opposite of light, which would be Christ, if you will. You know, this is just for example. I'm using Christianity as an example. Okay, that's how I grew up. That's my tradition. I'm an omniist now. I believe that all religions hold truth, but no one religion holds all truth. So I like to learn about all the different things, but just for reference, okay? So Christ would be the light energy. St. Michael's actually a dark energy. They go hand in hand and they work cohesively like yin and yang in that type of way. Does that make sense? Especially when it comes to like protection, in the sense and aspect of protection, okay? You call on Saint Michael to slay them all and let God sort them out, you know, and then Jesus is there to save your soul. You know, you picking up what I'm throwing down? True enslaved grounds. Yes, there is. Yeah, y'all, not just Native American stuff being out here, but yeah, you're right too. There's a lot of stuff with like slavery and civil rights and all that kind of stuff. That's what I was talking about, like stuff happening out in the woods that nobody would ever know about is covered up. There's a lot of that around here. A lot of that. And it still goes on. But I'm going to shut up now. I don't know shit. I just live here. I just made that up. Protection is hearing the ones who call it for it, so when it has animals step in to join the fight. That's another thing, right? You can have familiars and animals that protect you, but don't, like, best believe that, like, those other animals can be used for the opposite reason, you know? If it's okay for you to do it, it's okay for the other energies, entities to do it, right? It's duality. You can't have one without the other. Cats and dogs. I'd love to chat with you, certainly. We'd love to share. Cats, dogs, and more spirits come through when it gets out of hand, so ease up with the danger zone. Y'all, insect infestations. Infestations of insects. is a big indicator of spiritual warfare. Wasp, bees, roaches, termites, like that is heavy spiritual warfare. Lots of lakes here too. 49ers here in the Sierras. Yeah, proud of you. Oh, thank you, Charlie. I appreciate that. Interact with lots of different entities. Y'all, it's not letting me read the chat. Why did it do that? Hold on. It's messed up my chat. Dark can't exist without light. That's true. Yeah, we got to have one without the other, right? It's kind of like what came first, the chicken or the egg, you know, or we're talking about divine or feminine and masculine energy. Masculine is the light energy, right? And feminine is actually the dark energy, right? But they go cohesively, especially when they're in the same vibration, you know? So there's lots of different levels. It could be really complex when we get into all that. So I don't really have time to like talk super in depth about those things. But bruh, I heard that so resonated with that voice clear as day. Yeah. How do you explain? Oh, somebody says they're brand new. Are you really? You're brand new to like experiencing or expanding on like information, learning about that kind of stuff. It can be a lot, okay? So give yourself some grace. Oh, Adonis is up, y'all. I'm about to have to hop off here. How did you explain that every person on my page repeats the same thing almost verbatim as the next? Wait, what do you mean? Like, just like when you're scrolling through it, it's probably the algorithm. Sometimes it's the algorithm. They're discussing the same things, maybe they're in the same line of work. And then sometimes when we're talking about collective energy and you got like 5 different readers that are saying, or channelers, we're channeling from the same frequency. We're getting the same messages, you know. Some of us are, okay, when you have some sort of position of authority or spirit deems you as a leader, whether you want to be or not, okay? Because most of us, we didn't ask, that we didn't sign up. We didn't be like, okay, spirit, I want to combat this shit. I want to be the teacher. That's not how it works. You just get deemed it, okay? You get badged and you're up. You answer the call. And if you don't answer the call, it's fine. You've got free will, but don't think that you're not going to have the experiences anyway. It's just worse because you didn't get into alignment. You didn't answer the call. You know what I'm saying? You have free will. But you also have destiny. You have a calling. You have a major purpose. So if you're not fulfilling that purpose, your karma is 10 times worse. But anyway, sometimes, right? So if you're some sort of spiritual leader, okay, you have your own set of people you're supposed to be in front of. That's why we have all these different types of dominations and denominations and stuff, right? I have a cousin and she's a preacher. Okay, they look down on what it is that I do, but I have my own set I have my own tribe that it is I'm supposed to be in front of. There's certain people that it is I'm supposed to cross paths with and learn from, and they're supposed to learn from me, right? I'm doing my job with my territory, with my peoples, right? And other leaders are doing that with everybody else. There's not supposed to be one fucking leader to go to everybody else, right? There's not enough. They don't work like that. There's different tribes and areas and topics and niches, and you know, there's people that they're specifically put here to heal land. You know, there's people here who are specifically meant to talk to the other side, right? To talk to your passed over loved ones. That person ain't me, right? There's certain people here that are supposed to help you remove hexes and curses, right? That's my field. I'm here to help you combat that shit, to put the power back in your hands, to help you, you know, empower yourself, to take control of your own life, right? There's other people here that are meant to just solely do energy work, okay? Like the Reiki healers, that's their job, that's their niche, that's what it is they're supposed to do. You have some people that have a little bit of all of it, you know? It just depends. There's people here that are supposed to teach you about crystals and metaphysics and things like that. There's people here that, you know, whatever it is. They have a certain purpose. There's a certain tribe, a certain group that it is that they're resonating with, that they're supposed to help uplift, right? To help them expand. Right? And then eventually those people will evolve and they'll go off and get their, right? That's how we end up, we're interconnected. We're connecting through that way. So we got what we need to step up to the world and yield like a beast. Awoken, that's right, that's right. All or nothing, to die for, live for, now tapped in, safe place. Amen. Amen. Find your own soul family. That's right. That's right. If it was all the same, y'all, there'd be no purpose. There'd be no point. You know? That's another thing. We're spiritual beings having human experiences, and we're meant to experience more than just joy and peace. We wouldn't even know the extent of the joy and peace that we're feeling if we didn't have the pain. Right? We're here to experience all of it. It's part of the human experience. I have a picture of the devil putting the chain around my neck on my Ring camera 8 years ago. Oh, that's weird. In my honest opinion, personal authority and sovereignty must be claimed and expressed to be actualized. I agree with that. You claim it. You claim it, as in you say it to yourself. You make the decision to do so, and then you start saying it out loud, right? This is where we're working with the elements, you know. Claiming it for yourself, making the decision is air energy. Saying it out loud is air energy. Taking action on it is fire. You working in the physical, making it happen in the physical, is the earth energy. And the passion, the heart, the love for self, their intuition, all that, that's the water energy. You know, it's all 4 elements. And then some believe in the fifth element, which is spirit. Your spirit, you, the Holy Spirit, the interconnectedness of it all, you know. Bearing witness, Christ consciousness. Yes, I actually did work a lot with Christ consciousness. Okay, I actually do holy fire Reiki, y'all. So if you are interested in some distance healing or I'm about to have my master's. I've been working on it. The more Reiki that I do, that's what I'm required to do, so much Reiki before I can get my master's. So that's what I'm working on, getting my master's, so I can actually teach all that. And then y'all won't have to come to me to get sessions. I can just teach you how to do it on yourself, you know. Is there a list? Yes, for personals. CashApp, Venmo, PayPal, at ladyleospiritual. $11 for a mini, $22 for career, $33 for love, $44 for extended. I like you. You're pretty cool. First time here. Thank you so much for being here, Jesse. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I can't find any of my soul family. That's when it all started, when the devil put the chain around my neck. I couldn't make it up. You just started calming your energy back. Like, you have no power over me. You know? You need the fire energy. You're helping. I'm coming, baby. You're helping my time to finally think out loud. Thank y'all for the gifts. Hi, Jade. How you doing, Jade? Thank you for the follow, Chelsea. That's awesome. Thank y'all. Okay, y'all. I think I just finished up on all the comments. I gotta hop off here. I do have personal readings open. Last time, I'm gonna say that. At Lady Leo Spiritual, CashApp, Venmo, or PayPal. It's $11 for a mini. We just do a quick little express reading. $22 for career. We do a little bit deeper of a dive on investments, money, assets, those sorts of things. Career. Love, we're gonna look at your energy, your person's energy, the challenge, the situation, and their thoughts, feelings, and intentions for you. And then extended is whatever it is that you want me to do a deep dive in. It's usually about 20 to 30 minutes on those readings. So just a heads up. If you're looking for private services, the hex and curse removals, the private readings, the energy healings, the decks that I used tonight, okay? These are my self-made decks. If y'all are interested in those, ladyleospiritual.com. All right, y'all. I got to hop off here. I love you, starseeds. According to this reading, you're doing an amazing job, okay? And you maybe it feels like you're not, just because you feel the heaviness of this, the hardships that it is that you're having to face, the adversity that it is that you're having to overcome, right? It can bog you down sometimes. So this is your reminder that you're doing an amazing job, right? You're galactic, cosmic, mystical badass out there, okay? On your spiritual shit, your spiritual daddies and spiritual baddies, okay? Keep up the good work. If your light ain't irritate nobody's demons, you ain't doing it right. Blind the eyes out, turn up the heat. I hope to see y'all again soon. Thank y'all so much once again. Don't forget, replays will be posted to YouTube, at Lady Leo Spiritual, same handle, made it easy for y'all. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the little gray notification bell, and don't forget to let me know that you were here down below in the comments section. All right, I love you, starseeds. Until next time, love and light.